Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. It's your man Jay Life. We're back on the charts again, man. We're back on the charts again. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, or notification bell so you get all of the new updates, all of the new videos, and of the new sauce. Let's go. I don't waste time. Let's jump right in. This is number 3 of the Elliott Wave. Let's talk about the zones. Let's talk about the roadmap. Let's talk about where we're going, where we are. Talk about the meaning of life. Okay, not that last one. All right, let's go. So, I gave you in video 1 and video 2. You might want to check those out. They should pop up here somewhere. Check those out so so you can get caught up to where we are right now. Okay, number 3. I'm talking about zones. Let's go. Let's check out these zones. I want to show you how these magnets happen here. So this is platinum on the daily. You can do it on any time frame. Let's mix it up. Let's go 4 hour. Let's go 4 hour. Don't matter. Any time frame. I'm going to show you now how things can get interesting. Let's go. Let's check out these zones. So I'm just going to start from this bottom here and boop, 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 boop. Push up, boom. Made our big move. There's the Elliott wave. It is complete. You guys know now a correction is coming. A, B, and we'll go all the way over here for C. There's my correction, right? Now I told you the market's looking for specific levels. You guys can see already what happened, but market's looking for this 4. Boom. Market is also looking for this 2. Boom. The market is looking for this 0. Boom. So after the correction happened, we were actually trending up. Trying to fight back up. We're actually trending down, trying to fight back up. So how do I use this to my advantage? Look at how the market responded at each zone. Market sold off here, boom. Dropped below, came right back to that zone, rejected off of it. Market came down to this zone, look at that. Wick, pushed us back up. Market came down, respected this zone, closed above, and then closed below it and jumped off of it. And I can really show you this all the way down. Look at that. Rejection, break above, rejection. And I think we sold off after that. Yeah. So these zones are important. Why are they important? If you lose number 4, market closes below number 4 during the correction or even after the correction, usually during the correction, but after the correction too, what that usually means is the trend is going to be tested. What I mean by this is this uptrend right now. That uptrend right now. It's not an overall uptrend, but the current trend is going to be tested. So the market's pulling back. Got my ABC correction. Most people are like, oh, I'm buying. We're going up to the moon. The market closed below that zone. That told me that, you know what? This trend is going to get tested. If the market does not close below number 4, then you're probably going to be consolidation or continue to the upside. That is key right there. 4 is the first target. If 4 gets lost, then obviously 2 is the next target. And if 4 gets lost, there's a good chance that you're going to get a deep retracement into your trend, and it might be over. We make it down to 2. If 2 gets lost, it might be over. Let me just say that. So we respected 2. Is this a buy opportunity? I guess maybe. If you wanted to catch that, you would have got some pips off that. I don't blindly trade like that, but you would have got some pips off that. What'd you get? 18 pips off that. This is actually platinum, so that was 180 pips. That's good money. All right, so let's go. So these zones is what I'm looking at because that's going to tell me what's going to happen next. If I hold 4, consolidation or continue up. If I lose 4, 2's the next target. All right, if I hold 2, guess what? There's a chance I can make it back up to 4. And if I lose 2, coming back down to 0. And if I lose 0, all of my buyer momentum or all of my trend momentum is gone, and I might be about to reverse to the opposite side. So that's why I use these zones to really identify really where I am. That's the biggest part of trading that people make mistakes on is they don't know where they are. If you know where you are, you know how to respond. I know I'm looking for after let's say I missed the wave. I know this correction's coming. And this one did not break the 4, right? And then it actually dropped down and did break the 4. So I'm not just so eager to jump in. So I want this correction to happen. Now, if this correction happened, yeah, I could start my Elliott Wave again and test that. So this one's broken, broken, broken. All of my buyer momentum is gone. So, but what am I gonna do? I'm gonna scrap all that, and now I know, hey, maybe it's time to change my bias and start looking for trades in the other direction. All right, let's see if we can get it. That was an uptrend. Let's go down. All right, so let's see if we can get my wave here. I told you guys you can test it anywhere, right? So here's my 1, 2. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Oh, you don't got it. And then we come back down here. So you guys like, but you told me that if we break the 1 with the 3, that I should get my pullback and an entry. I absolutely told you that. Absolutely told you that. But this is important here. That's why I drew up these zones. Okay, just take a quick look. After these zones were all washed out and you just cleared out this whole movement right here. This is what I mean by you got to know where you are. After this was all cleared out, the market made a big move to the downside. Guess what? Typically, after you get a complete wash of an area, the market just don't keep falling off the cliff. The market's going to give you a correction. I know. I didn't tell you that one. I didn't tell you that one yet. A correction. So every time the market gives you big impulse to the upside, big impulse to the downside, the market's going to typically give you a correction, either in consolidation, retry a zone, but typically after a big move, you're going to get that consolidation. So in this case, let's say, hey, I took this trade anyway. I had my fibs out here. I took this trade. Let's see how we did. All right, there we go. Let's see how we did. Market broke below. I had my entry here. Oh, sheesh. I mean, if you're trading with that big a stop loss, you survived and got a little love. I don't trade with that big a stop loss. So sometimes you take a lesson because you don't know where you are. You don't know where you are. After a huge drop off like this, and you guys like, what do you mean? How do I know where I am? Well, if you were taking a look here after this correction, here was a wave right here. Boom, big wave right there. You guys see it? And so I could either go by the fact that this all got washed out, or I could go by the fact that we started a new wave after this ABC correction, and I should have been expecting a correction at this time. And what did it do? Didn't break 4, so it basically hung in consolidation during this time. Let's get this out of here. Hung in consolidation during this time and eventually made another move. Boom, look at that. So the biggest thing is you want to identify those zones and basically know where you are. If you know where you are, you know where you're going. If you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going. You're lost out there. I don't want you to be lost. All right? So no matter where you are, you can always draw it. I always like to start at a top or a bottom. The correction, man, that's why mine's in red. That correction phase will get you if you don't know where you are. All right? It'll go against your indicators. It'll go against all the stuff that, hey, this is supposed to work. Well, you know what? You're in the correction phase. You got to be careful. All right? Let's do one more. I'm going to get out of here. Let's go. So look at this. Okay. We understood this. Market made a move, dropped below here. So maybe it's time to keep on going. Let's go. Let's try it. So I'm going to push this down here. I'm going to go from the low to the high. And to the low and to the high. And boom, there we go. Oh, we got a complete one. So if this hadn't happened yet, your entry is going to be on the pullback on 4. You know how I do it. Boom. Really, really close entry right there. If you had your, there we go. Yeah, really, really close entry right there. Maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. If you were including your spread, maybe you got in that trade. Doesn't matter, either way. So let's get this out of here. After this happened, what are we expecting, you guys? I mean, I want you to start seeing this. A correction. This is the correction phase. A, B, C. Ooh, look what we did. We took out 4. We took out 4, so there's an opportunity, there's a chance that the trend could be tested. What does that mean? 2 could be tested and 0 could be tested. I'm aware of that now. As a trader, I know where I am. I know where I am. So I know what to look for. It's not until I lose 5 that I would really consider selling this market. You guys are like, look at all that though. You could sell from anywhere. Yeah, you could, but I won't. I don't trade that way. So once we broke this 4 here, I wanted to make sure I saw this correction pull back. Look at that. Impulse to the upside, impulse to the downside. Market has made its correction, and now we can decide what we're going to do next. So that's clear right there. But the zones. There's number 4. This was a correction. Some people call it a fake out. Some people call it other things. A false move, whatever you want to say. I'm trying to tell you, it's the correction. The correction is the most unpredictable part of the market. The most unpredictable. It could do anything literally. And then come back. This thing could have shot all the way up here and then came all the way back down and kept on doing its thing. So that's why, I mean, it's dangerous if you don't know where you are. People would have been selling right here, got washed out. Maybe selling right here, that thing popped up on you. You had some serious drawdown before it went your way. So as long as you know where you are, you know where you're going. All right, and so these zones, and I'm going to show you even on the other side, market washes out. Look at that. Respect, respect. Finally broke it. Respect, come back down here. Finally broke it. Respect. Came back down, broke above. Look at that. Respect, broke above. Respect, respect, broke below, and kept pushing down. So these zones are pretty powerful even on the other side. If you trade levels or if you trade any other zones, you could use that too. We're focusing on the moves, okay? So let's say one last time, I'm on a bottom. I have my correction. This thing happened here. All right, so let me see if I can catch this now. Do I want to keep selling here? So my sales will look like this. 1. Oh no. Nope, that didn't work out. That didn't work out. So now I know I'm going to the upside. And I'm gonna do this one. Actually, I'll do the next one like that. So now I know, hey, maybe I'm going to the upside. So let me put my market up here. I'm gonna push to the top. Boom. Push to the top. I'm sorry, that's the wrong tool. Let me zoom this out. There we go. There's my first push up. Pull back. Pull back. So I broke my 3 here. My 1 here, I'm sorry. But that 4 was a shallow pullback. A shallow pullback. Let's see if it worked out. Number 1 to number 2. Boom, here was the break right there. Got you in right there. Market didn't really go up too far, but it was still a victory. And the market took off. Why? I'm trying to tell you guys, you got to beware because this was the ABC correction. That's why, man, this, no rhyme or reason. Let me not say that. It has rhyme or reason. But if you didn't know this was coming, I knew I completed my 5 waves. This one failed, but I still completed it. Didn't break that high. So I should have been expecting a correction at least to 4, maybe to 2, and potentially to 0. So I was already waiting for this. Man, the market didn't fool me. I was waiting for this pullback because I know my wave completed. Boom. So there you go. There you go. There's my zones. That's how I trade it. That's how I look at the market there. Every time frame, every pair, no matter what it is, if it has candles, I'm looking for that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my correction. If you know where you are, you know where you're going. If you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're going.